For what I killed to give away.
Shit. Holy shit. Go Arthur.
Okay guys, so we're going to react into the last episode of Cursed. The Sacrifice.
The shit's gonna get real.
So who's going to be sacrificed?
Nimue. Hopefully not,
It's not
though.
going to be just Nimue though, right?
Well, hopefully there's not too many character deaths.
Maybe it will be Merlin.
I don't
He's
know.
dying anyway.
I don't see
I
Merlin
don't see
dying.
him dying either.
He's too big of a awesome
He's such
character
a big
to kill
character.
off. You know, he
He's
hasn't even got
literally
magic
Merlin.
yet, so yeah, episode 10, The Sacrifice.
Dun, dun,
Dun. If you've missed any of our previous reactions to this show, we've reacted to all of them. There will be a link popping up here. Go check them out. And as always, this is not a substitute for the show itself. The show is available to watch on Netflix. This is just our reaction and review for the episode, showing some of the highlights and giving our overall review of the whole season probably by the end of this. So, without further ado, are you ready?
Yes.
And let's go. Oh man, I knew she was gonna do something crazy this episode. She's just gonna start killing everyone in the town, I think. Oh shit.
Has Morgana still not noticed her?
No one has
Get rid of all
noticed
their
her.
weapons.
She likes fire, it's just like she is a red paladin, like.
She's a red paladin.
She does look pretty badass though with the hood and everything. It's just Nimue and Arthur after making happy time.
Woohoo.
Woohoo! The Sims will be proud.
Are you alright? I mean, was it?
Yes. It was different. That's what I thought.
Oh. A good different.
Yes. No, I didn't mean it was.
This is so awkward.
Was.
No, yes. Amazing. Really.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, he's had a good time.
Do I snore?
Like a Viking horn. Nimue is offering her life for these ships. To refuse them is death. I'll go see Ruff.
This is my doing. I'll go.
I can't risk anything happening to you. Get the others in the square and ready to march.
Oh, he loves her even more now that they did a. Man, someone has to kill her.
No one has noticed her yet.
In addition, I'm the only member of this court who stands any chance of getting audience with Uther and divining his intentions.
I don't want to see you hurt because of me. I don't want anyone else to be hurt because of me.
They're just testing him. Go on, Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big game of chicken.
You're still a fool.
Wait, why are you in this chamber?
Do not question me. And make no effort to interfere, or you will see my face again.
Have you come for Nimue?
Shit. Holy shit. Why did she attack her? Because she was
It's a
asking
warning.
questions?
Yeah, it was like a warning.
Oh, what's wrong? What's happened?
Nothing. No, I just got a little bit lightheaded, that's all.
A little bit. And
I shouldn't have come.
Talk to me. You are.
Why is she giving her the sword?
because Nimue's going to get captured.
We're right.
It still works though, like, he's still not killing everybody he sees. Or trying to go after Nimue.
Ship.
Missed mine by a day.
That was the day we met, actually.
I remember they were trying to get on the ship.
I thought you were Oxbridge for my singing. With eyes like the ice on the sea, say my fair lady.
How long has it been since she got the sword?
I don't think they said how long it's been.
Oh, he has no cloak on.
Oh my god, why? Oh, holy shit, his back.
You ignored my summons.
He's really gonna let him whip him?
I think he whipped himself
His
there.
grace.
It looks like one of those.
I cannot feel it. I call out to him.
So,
Do you love me, Father?
No.
of course I do.
Even if I'm damned.
Those are dangerous words. We will speak of this one last time. You are demon-born, an abomination in the eyes of God. I spared you from the fire because you could sense your own kind. I gave you scripture. I gave you discipline. I forged you into one of our sharpest blades.
How am I the one going to the bloody desert kingdoms now? Why does it have to be you?
I'm alright.
I don't care about you. I'm not alright.
That's funny.
I love you, Tim.
I love you.
Let's end this business with a sword today. So I ask you again. What are your intentions with the Fey girl?
You knew.
Oh shit.
You knew all along. You and her together.
Let's not dwell on the past, Uther.
You are the king of lies.
Will you keep your word?
You need your rest.
Holy shit!
Bloody Merlin.
Get him out of our sight.
Oh, people just keep randomly getting stabbed on me.
On you. Why is there no hole in the back of his jacket if he just got stabbed through the back?
Because it's a magic jacket.
It seems like it.
There we go.
You did it.
No, we still have to say, don't we?
You saved the Fae.
She asked me to hold it for her. She entrusted me with it.
I know you care for her. This is where Nimwe's journey ends, my love. So sorry.
No.
I want to help her, but the widow stalks her. A daughter of death. There's no escaping her summons.
I have to warn her.
Morgana. Morgana! Don't confront the widow. She's not of this world.
Oh, at least she's warned her about the widow.
Where's the sword?
You will have your sword. As soon as the Green Knight and the boy squirrel are returned to me alive.
Who's this? The Ice King. Yeah, the Ice King. Teamed up with the Paladins, remember? Here's your battle, you want it? Go Arthur. Haha. Him and Arthur are gonna go back to back. He said he's gonna die. Arthur's gonna help him anyway. Nice. He's with someone, just so you know. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Yes.
She is making herself weaker by doing this stuff.
Yeah, just be careful none of them stab you, because, you know, they don't like witches. Oh. That was pretty cool.
It was very cool.
This is a big heal spell.
Find cover. You do have a reputation.
Looks like he's being like resurrected or something.
It looks like...
He's changing. He's transforming or something.
Yeah. Like metamorphosis?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Maybe she gave him all her powers.
Shit.
That'd be interesting.
Let's go. Yeah. What happens if like he killed all these and then Squirrel like got a sword and stabbed him? Cause like why would he trust him? Yeah.
No.
He'd be like, why would I trust you?
He let him go last time.
He killed them in like 2 seconds. Oh shit, there's more. You know, if you all just charged that one, so it would have increased your odds. I don't know, I don't get why they do that.
I do think something bad is gonna happen.
Shit, what's he doing?
I don't know why he did that. Okay. Well done.
Who's first?
Oh.
Yes! Give him the motivation. He's so brave. Oh shit, it is.
Okay, it is Morgana.
Wait, what?
She took Morgana's face.
Kill him. Yay!
Decapitation.
Hey, it's not, oh yeah. Don't
Brilliant.
condone violence.
Now
but-
he's a martyr. Great. Great.
Yes.
Wait, who are you?
Merlin? I'm going back for Squirrel.
He's not there. Oh, this bitch, seriously? Lock.
Iris, stop! No!
Why would you just stand
I
there?
don't know why they're standing there. Why aren't they doing something?
Like, you have magic.
So does Morgana, right?
Like, Morgana interfered already.
Oh, she called her father.
She's going into the lake. Still killing random paladins instead of doing that I want you to kill them.
I know, right?
First.
Do you have a real name?
Lancelot.
Holy shit.
A long time ago, my name was Lancelot.
Big name drop reveal.
Mm-hmm.
That is really creepy. So we just finished the last episode of season 1 of Cursed. As always, we have some notes and we haven't discussed ourselves yet what we thought about the episode. So the way we have the notes is kind of all over the place, so we're going to be jumping around.
This, I
think this is like one of the longest episode. It was a full-on hour. Lots happened, lots of questions, not many answers. So yeah, we're just gonna jump straight into this discussion.
Yeah.
So
we'll start with Iris, the crazy girl, the kiddo. So it starts off, she's literally killing people around the camp, and not a single person notices.
Well, they noticed the bodies, but not who did it. They noticed the
first body. Did they even notice the second body? I literally don't remember them being like, there's another dead body.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think they did.
Yeah, okay, maybe they did. Maybe I just missed it.
Yeah, well, either way, nothing happened. She murdered them and didn't get caught.
She killed 2 people, set one of them on fire, and didn't get caught.
Yeah.
I just thought it was ridiculous that nobody noticed. Like, I get the first one why no one noticed. She was in a shed. But the second one was at the gate.
Yeah, kind of like...
Somebody should have noticed that.
It wasn't even nighttime. I was pretty sure it was still daylight. She kind of just like, hi, dead.
Do you want to talk about what happened right at the end?
Yeah, like the way we're going to be doing it is we're going to be talking about the characters in general of how they went throughout the episode. So, so she killed Nimue.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, if Nimue is really dead, I'm just going to be...
She shot Nimue twice.
Yes, with arrows.
She wasn't dead when she fell into the water. And we know that she is Nimue, so therefore she's the Lady of the Lake. But we didn't see a curse get put on her. But did them saying that, like, was that what Merlin was doing? Saving her life with his whoosh, whoosh,
like
whoosh?
you're cursing her?
Not cursing her, saving her. In his eyes, like...
I don't know.
So that she's not going to
Lots
die.
of questions,
There's
no
a lot
answers.
of questions there. It was really confusing me.
The whole death, like what Iris like shooting her, like that whole death scene.
Oh, that was so stupid.
Like that, I thought that was really stupid. Because like Nimue, like they crossed and she turned around. She saw her aiming the bow, getting ready.
Tired.
Like it would have been more alright if she got shot in the back off guard.
Yeah.
Like that would have been. But she was looking at her. She didn't make any effort to dodge the arrow, use magic on her. Like obviously she's gonna shoot you. She's crazy.
And she went to walk towards her, like walk.
Hi.
Like hi, don't shoot me again, please.
Please don't do it. I've survived so much. Like I just didn't like it. And since we're on the whole talking about Iris,
the Trinity.
Well, I was gonna say Merlin trying to kill her and didn't. That was annoying.
Yeah, that was annoying too because he killed everyone else by doing that.
Yeah.
He should have been able to kill her. I guess she was hiding behind a rock.
Yeah, but
so he couldn't see, and he thought he
should have directly went after her though.
Because he did hit her. You can see the scars on her face at the end, but
I think that was more of like after shot, like just being near where the white gun was hitting him. But he didn't hit her directly.
Her hair turned white as well though.
Oh.
So I think he actually did hit her, just didn't kill her.
Well, the season ended with her surviving, and she got promoted.
The Trinity.
Yeah.
So not even the Red Paladin, the Trinity, the ones that are higher up to the Red Paladin.
Well, she killed the Blood Witch.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, she killed the Blood Witch, so she became a
high level.
High knight, whatever.
And she looked creepy as hell with that mask on.
Creepy as hell with that mask on.
Like I know, but like even when she, like the longer it stayed on the camera, like on her walking forward, I was getting more creepy because the eyes were shut and everything.
Okay, speaking of the Red Paladin,
he's dead.
He died, which we knew was going to happen. I'm pretty sure I said it in one of the previous episodes that he's going to die eventually, anyways, and by the hands of Nimue, obviously. So we knew it was going to happen, but I liked how it happened. I did like that part.
Well, yeah, it was also a shock moment, considering what's her name, Morgana. She just shows up as the widow.
Yeah,
like that's a big shock.
So we didn't know what was going to happen there. What the scene that we seen of Morgana before, the widow was literally had her hand around her.
And obviously she used the sword to stab her.
She obviously stabbed the widow and then became the widow.
Yeah, and then...
But the widow knew that she was about to die.
So.
That was something that was talked about in a previous episode, wasn't it? That the widow's face was going to change. So the widow knew, but she thought it was going to be Nimue, right?
I think so.
Okay, so anyway, it was Morgana, and Morgana uses her widow powers to just appear right in front because she knew that the paladin dude was about to die. So
Yeah.
she gave the sword to Nimue and whoosh.
Well, it was
I
her
love that.
whole interference that made him die.
Yeah, no.
He wouldn't have
Still.
done. I don't even know if widows are allowed to interfere with real life events. But you know, she thought it was a good idea to interfere there, but not when Nimue got shot by an arrow when she could have totally teleported over and snapped her neck.
Yeah,
Like, she just stood there. It was like, ah.
maybe they can't interfere unless that person is destined to die soon.
Oh, well, that's not a good sign for fucking Iris, and she's
Yeah.
gonna be sticking around.
Well, she's obviously going to be one of the main villains in the next season if they have a next season, right? She has to be.
Well, she has to be. Like, she's like the only other villain that well, I guess other than Uther and the Ice King. Like, she's the only other face, really, to connect with something.
Yeah.
You know, since the Hood is no
Uther
longer.
didn't really do much at the end either, did he?
No.
He wasn't even there for the fighting part.
No, he had more to do in the last episode.
Yeah.
Killing his man, everything, and taking orders and being in charge. He kind of just kept his word with the boats, I guess. Yeah. And then that was really
and
it.
he killed or tried to kill
Oh,
Merlin.
yeah.
He got one of these guards to stab him.
I guess I
twice,
forgot about that because he
in the
didn't
back
die.
and in the side, right?
Yeah, and somehow Merlin
And
didn't
he still
die.
survived after
like-
being there for God knows how long.
Even without its magic, he's like immortal basically. He can be
He literally
poisoned.
says, "Why can't I die?"
Like, he got stabbed twice while still feeling the effects of the poison. And he was stabbed, he was bleeding out or
I was
whatever.
so happy to see the widow coming for him.
Oh yeah. That
I was
was
like,
sad.
yes.
And then he saw his Morgana.
No.
But like, the fact that he was left alone for so long after
I
being
know,
stabbed.
and he still
And he
survived.
still didn't die. Like, there has to be something about that. He obviously
Crazy.
is like immortal or something.
So
So,
speaking of Merlin, like,
yeah,
he nearly died because stabbed.
he got his powers back.
Tried to save Nimue.
He killed a shit ton of paladins.
Yes. I really liked him getting his powers back. I knew that if he just touched the sword, he'd get his powers back. I
Yeah.
don't know if he needs to keep the sword in his hand to have his powers, or if he just has powers again now because he touched the sword, but
Well, I hope he has his powers in general. I don't
yeah,
want
I
them.
hope it's not just the power of the sword, because the sword was glowing the
Yeah.
whole time,
Yes.
so it could be just the
He
power
was
of the
channeling,
sword.
but maybe he can take it out, but it's a longer process.
Maybe.
But he was just using the power
He'd
with
be
the sword.
corrupted by the sword if he was taking his powers out of the sword, right?
I'm not sure.
Regardless.
Well,
Either way.
either way, I like if he has the sword and he uses magic, it's cool. But I prefer that he doesn't need the sword because someone else is gonna get the sword at some point, and then if they do, and he doesn't have magic again. That's
Arthur's going to get the sword.
yeah. Well then,
I would hope if there's a second season, the very first thing, literally the first thing that happens, like within the first 2 or 3 episodes, that sword is in a stone. That is what I want. Or thrown into Nimue. Thrown into that lake with Nimue. Either or. That's what I want.
yeah.
I can't remember in the story if it's Nimue who puts the sword in the stone, or if it's Merlin who puts the sword in the stone, or if it's somebody else altogether.
Well, I don't think it's really relevant because
I
it's
don't think so either
completely
because it's a different story. But
Yeah. like everything about this
Yeah.
is different.
but I do know that at some point Arthur always throws the sword into the lake for Nimue to save and keep safe. Literally, it always happens in every version of Red. Right?
Well, I haven't read that many versions.
There's always some
Oh, well.
sort of scene where he's throwing the sword into a lake and Nimue catches it and pulls it down. Or puts it up and throws it to him.
That would have been cool if we got that in
Usually
this
happens.
season. But yeah.
Yeah.
So we talked about nearly every character, but let's might as well talk about the Hood, aka
Lancelot.
Well, that was like a double name reveal in this
there was
episode.
a double name reveal. Percival, which the Green Knight called him in the last episode, but it didn't actually register in my head.
Oh shit.
He said Percival, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
no,
Don't
that
do
you're
it.
saying that I do remember.
It did happen, I just didn't register it. So that's 2 of the Round Knights plus Gawain, who is
Three.
now in Metamorphosis and we haven't a clue what's going to happen to him.
Yeah, he didn't do
So,
it in both. Get magic.
3 of the Round Table Knights are Fae
Yeah.
and have been introduced 3 that I can think of. Like, I could be forgetting names. Percival.
The
The
kid
kid's
squirrel.
name is Percival.
So he's safe.
Wayne
hopefully.
said it in the last episode. I literally just did not recognize it. I
Yeah,
didn't,
because he was saying it in like a sentence and just saying like.
yeah, he was giving out.
I thought he was just giving him a
Percival,
nickname or
stop.
something. Yeah,
No,
like
I
I
didn't
didn't.
think it was a nickname. I thought it was his real name. It just didn't
Yeah.
register in my head
Until-
as the Round Table Knights. It just, I think it's brilliant. Like,
Yeah.
he's a kiddo.
Yeah.
He's so much younger than everybody else.
And he's so much braver than
He's
most.
so bloody brave, I know.
Like-
But Lancelot and Percival are like the 2 right hand men. Like, Lancelot's literally the right hand man to Arthur always, right? And then Percival's normally next.
I'm not as familiar with Percival,
No.
but I'm
yeah,
happy
but,
that
like, they're like,
it's him. Like he's like it's Squirrel. I'm happy he has a bigger
I know,
role.
yeah.
Like he's been
He's
in it.
such a brave dude.
Yeah, like during this whole Lancelot turning good, he saves Squirrel, and then he has to fight off
The Trinity.
The Trinity. He does it in separate ways because they don't all attack at once for some reason. But he had to fight them
I thought
off.
it was weird how they caught him. I thought was it
Yeah,
meant to be a slow mo, or was he actually just moving that slow?
I don't know. I had to
'Cause
look
I
at it
thought it was
again.
really weird.
Because it's like he was holding, like he didn't want to fight back or something. It was like he
Yeah,
wanted
it was
them
like
to
he
kill
was
him.
like, okay, just kill me, I'm here.
Yeah, that was weird. I had to watch that
Wasn't
again.
it weird? I thought
But
it was so strange.
in whatever, like he was looking like Lancelot was gonna get killed, and Squirrel being
Jumped in.
jumped
I was like,
in and
who's
was
first.
like, literally, I can't do anything more likely, but I'm gonna try. And that gave
so
Lancelot the strength to get up and
He was
finish
like,
them
no,
off.
don't hurt that child.
And
just
then-
saved him.
Like they saved each other.
Yeah, then he saved him by putting him on the horse. And,
And
at the end
the-
we see them riding off into the distance. to
And
try
then that's
find
when they
people.
have their interaction with the names.
Yeah, exactly. I really liked that as well, though.
That was probably
That
like
was nice.
from where things started to how things end. I think they're like the Hood, Lancelot. I think his story was the one that wrapped up the best by the end of the first season, because it started off with him actually being evil, then making the choice to be good and leaving with Squirrel. Like with other characters,
We did
like
say it in the last episode that it was going to happen. He was going to save Squirrel, didn't we?
yeah, like with other characters like Nimue, Morgana. Like they're all still in progress. Like we don't know what's going on with Nimue yet because not Nimue, Morgana, considering she just became the widow.
Yeah.
Like that was like
We
a
also
quick
don't know what's going on with Nimue either.
or Gwen because he's in his
Gwen is in his metamorphosis.
his
still.
transformation. Arthur and Pym are still like in the process of. I think they're coming back now with the pirates.
They're
to
going
help.
to help the Red Sparrows.
Yeah, and they're gonna help save Nimue, but they don't know Nimue's dead or whatever.
Or in
but
the
like,
lake, not necessarily dead.
but like yeah, like lots of their stories are still continuation. Like they're not closed, but where the Hood is finally, like he's gone
he's
through a big
finally
change.
going through the change of becoming.
I guess similar.
It's like, yeah.
Merlin not having magic, being kind of more selfish to actually getting his magic back and being like caring about his daughter. You know, he didn't know about her until he did, and then he cared a lot. I actually said at the start of the show that I didn't really like the character Merlin, but I actually really like Merlin now. He's actually a very good character.
Yeah, but the first few episodes, they
Yeah.
just wasn't a good character at all.
Oh, that was just
I've liked him since we got his background story.
yeah, since he did more than just sit down and drink and
Yeah.
but he's been a pretty interesting character, a different take and one that I like.
So final thoughts all around. What did you think of it?
Cool.
Okay, so final thoughts all around. What did you think in general of the show, from what you can
Overall,
actually think
the first season I thought was pretty good.
Mhm.
Started off like with an interesting world, different take, but I also was like worried. I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it as much because, like I said, characters like Merlin were just so different to what I would be familiar with.
Yeah.
But the more I watch the show, learn more about the world and the differences, like I was really getting into it. The last episode, while I did like it, I was expecting more from it. I'm not happy with how Nimue got shot. I thought that was kind of silly.
Yeah, me too.
Just the way some things ended. I know it's a like there's more books or there's gonna hopefully be a second season. like we just need to get more answers to some of the stuff. But overall, I enjoyed it.
Fair enough.
Favorite characters at the moment: Pim, Squirrel, and I guess I like the Hood if he's gonna turn good, because I did like have that connection with the first. Like hoping
Maybe
he'd
he
be
can
good.
help them find all of the Fae who are still missing in the woods and stuff that they were
Yeah,
talking
he
about.
has a lot to make up for the Hood.
Yeah, he
Like
has to
Lancelot.
make up for everything.
He killed a lot of Fae working with the Red Paladins, and Squirrel is awesome.
Yeah.
So, I also want to say Arthur, character that I was kind of disliking and saying lots of negative things because he kept making mistakes. I think he's ending in a good place at the moment. He's been making pretty good choices and making good decisions, and that's the same thing. But yeah, I'm like an actor, and yeah, that's my thoughts overall. I enjoyed it, and I really want the second season. So Samantha, overall, season 1 of Cursed, what did you think?
It was a good show. I did like the show, but few things I didn't like, which I got used to by the end, kind of. Like the way the camera was panning on people, the slow-mo during fighting that happens only sometimes, which annoys me. The way she killed the wolves in the first episode, I will literally not forget, because it was so freaking bad. The blood and everything got better throughout the season. Don't like the way the transition screens are. I think I ignored them. Like, I literally just blanked them out. But I feel like they actually did show a bit of the story. Like, they were showing what was happening, but I was just blanking them out because I just didn't like them.
Yeah.
And that one with Morgana in this episode was so long.
It was definitely the longest one.
Yeah. It was telling us the Red Sparrow were coming to help. It was telling us that Morgana was being choked by the Widow and stabbing the Widow or whatever, but I just literally ignored it.
Cool idea, just not a good way of doing it, I guess. Like, they didn't just do a good job with it. They were too
I
long.
just didn't like how they did it.
Yeah.
I do like transitions sometimes, but it depends on how they're done, how long they're done, the type, if they're going to just pull you away from the show, or, well, yeah, that's a few things I didn't like.
Transitions.
I know. But there was, I did like the story after you got to know some of the characters. Some of the characters needed more time though. It literally glanced over loads of stuff. We didn't get the answer to a lot of questions, and I don't like that. I get that we need to know, or we need to have a few questions for the next season. But they haven't announced that there's going to be a second season.
No.
No.
Well, I don't think it's done as well, so hopefully it still gets one.
Like, if they don't get a next season, then we have loads of unanswered questions. And if they do get a next season, there's so many unanswered questions that by the time they make the next season, I won't remember. And I'll be so confused because we're going into it and not knowing the answers.
Yeah.
You know? I'm going to forget by the time a second season comes out.
The good thing is that it is based on a book, so at least there is another source to get the continuation.
Yeah, I know, but
where if
most people won't read the book.
No, I know, but
I am considering reading a book, but
yeah, I'm just saying some things where shows don't have like any book or comic form once they're once they're cancelled, there's no way of knowing what happens next.
Oh, I know, but it's not really a good sign for a show that you have to go read the book.
I'm just saying if it gets cancelled.
I know what you mean.
So
but
characters.
It's not a good show or a good movie if you have to go read the book to get the answers to questions about the show or movie, you know? I got the same thing with other movies that we watched. Characters, I liked the character development of most of the characters. The actual storyline was good. I liked the storyline. I liked that people started from literally nothing and ended up being the queen of the phase. You know? Going from being hated by all of your community, saying that you're cursed and that you're just have a demon inside of you, to being literally the leader of a rebellion. You know, I like the story arc. I like the actual like changes all the characters go through and how they deal with a lot of situations.
Yeah, like Arthur says.
I think all of my issues are with how it was portrayed. How the camera angles were, how the cuts were, and how the transitions were. But the actual story itself was a great story. That's why I'm saying I'm considering reading the book. Because I feel like I'll actually enjoy it. If it's written well, I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, unless they were in transitions, like...
It blurs off into... you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So overall, do you have anything else to add?
No, I don't think
What about favourite character? Do you have a favourite character that stood out? Putting you on the spot.
You did put me on the spot. I actually don't know who my favourite character
But
is.
when I said it, did
There's
any name?
so many freaking characters.
No name. Just...
Squirrel would be my favourite. He has to be. Like, I liked Morgana. The storyline of the
Spider
also went nowhere.
I don't understand Morgana's story.
I was thinking that Celia was purposely pushing her towards push Morgana towards Nimue. It kind of felt like that to me, but obviously it wasn't, because why would she want her to become the widow? Or maybe she did want her to become the widow because she wanted more power for her? I don't know, that confused me as well.
Yeah.
That felt like it was a needless, pointless
It feels
storyline.
like if it's in, like, more likely as a part in the book, but it's obviously something that has a lot more detail or is explained a lot better.
It must be explained
But
better.
in the show, Morgana, you know, she has her story helping people escape. Then she goes into the cave, has the spider.
Yeah,
then
you're
she's
just
not
telling the story.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying she's not fully herself from that point. We don't know anything about her, and we don't learn
She's not
anything
fully
about
not
her.
herself either.
I know.
That's the point that I'm trying to say. Like, it makes no sense. Like, there's nothing to it. Like, why did it happen? What's the point in seeing Celia?
And then as she's a widow, was it connected
She could
still?
see dead people, and now she can see who's going to die. Is it connected?
Does she still have the spider in her?
I don't know. It just...
More questions.
I don't know. It was well confusion. Confusion.
Yeah, so overall, we enjoyed the show, and we both really hope that there's going to be a second season. Fingers crossed. Because they have questions to answer.
I actually just hope the book
Hopefully
answers my questions.
they take feedback also if they're getting a second season. Like, they either improve the transitions or get rid of them, make them shorter. Just other things with the action and the slow-mo.
I don't think that they need to get rid of them.
No, that's what I'm saying. Just improve them or cut them down in length of time.
Yeah.
Just something to make them better and do less slow-mo
Make them
in
more
the action.
coherent with the show. They're kind of just not coherent at all. They're completely different. They're not got to do with the show kind of thing. Like, they're telling you what's happening in the show, but why is it on a random brown piece of paper with ink splotches? How has that got to do with the show?
I don't know.
Like, if it was vines,
like
her
literal
face. Her face, the vines going up, saying what's happening next, and flowers being the colour, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But it's not coherent.
It's like
I think that's what my issue was.
Like we said, like we've already made the comparison before, like with iZombie and Once Upon a Time, their transitions and things suit the show.
It's a comic for iZombie.
And it's fantasy kind of like shown. Like, yeah, so they make sense for that. So they could have done a better job with the transitions. So, yeah, overall, if you like this reaction series and if you want to see any more curse related content, let us know in the comments, because we could do like do a thing about our favorite characters, a top tier list. We could talk about our favorite moments of the season. If you want anything like that, just let us know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you all in the next video.
Sorry for ranting.
Hey everyone, I just want to say thank you for making it to the end of this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more videos from me, click on any of the video links that are available right now. Go on, I dare you.